Been going back and forth. So for me, I love Kyron's attitude. I love how humble he is. I love that he's very positive on social media. He doesn't go chatting. And I know that's not what we're supposed to be. People like the hype and like the drama, but I've always respected Kyron on and off stage, so it was nice to see him take that win.
Are you staying with us for wellness, or are you taking off?
I'm going to shoot out. I'll leave you to it. Take care. Thanks, guys.
Well, hello, Jennifer Dory. Back for finals.
We're back for finals to see who's going to take home the title tonight.
As a confirmation round, we have nods. These are, I believe, the second half.
This is the second half,
right?
Correct.
So walk us through. Do you see any changes from the warnings? Did they change their tans? Did they change? Did they get tighter? Did they do anything from prejudging to finals? You think that makes them look any different? Any of it?
So I feel like a lot of the girls from prejudge to finals, and as a competitor myself, it happens all the time. Usually we see conditioning a little bit tighter at finals just because stress is lower. You've gotten the nerves out, you're relaxed, you probably had a little bit of a nap after prejudging, and you can see most of the girls look a little bit tighter, a little bit sharper tonight at finals. And so had a chance to touch up their glaze a little bit more. I feel like the ladies looked like they have their glaze on. This morning, some were a little dry.
Sure. Did you get a chance to talk to any of the judges or anybody that could give you feedback as to which way they're leaning or who you think's winning or
I haven't yet. So it'll be a surprise for us tonight to see what's going to happen. I did see Giselle after prejudging, and she was feeling really good with the packages she bought, and I think it's going to be a close one.
What would a wellness girl do in between prejudging and the finals?
I mean, I'm not a wellness girl, but if it was me, I would be resting. I mean, as soon as I get off stage, I go straight to my room. My phone goes away on silent, curtains are closed, go for a nap, eat, rest.
No food.
Eat a meal. I'll eat a meal.
Yeah.
Close the curtains, black out, take a nap, put your phone away, shut out the noise from social media.
It's hard to put the phone away, though, because you want to see what people say, right?
No, you don't. Because then you get in your own head. The best thing you can do is
stay away from it.
Stay out of your own head.
So these are our top four. We have Hannah, Giselle,
Danielle. And Bruna. Everyone's just a touch tighter tonight at finals. A little bit sharper, I think. Our top two is going to be really, really close tonight. I would say probably maybe a one or a couple points decision.
I'm sorry if I'm leaning over. It's just that I have this camera right in my face, so I can't.
Bruna looks great tonight too. I feel like she looked a little bit fuller tonight.
Now this morning you had Giselle winning. That night you still see the same thing?
I was really close this morning between Giselle and Danielle, and I still am. To be honest, I can toss a coin, and I think that's how tight it is between the two of them.
I'm having a little trouble getting past Danielle's delts.
The shoulders.
The shoulders are just a little bit
full.
Like they're really capped.
They are.
And I wonder if that's going to end up being something they penalize her for.
And then, of course, we're recognizing your top five for warriors. He's welcome to your first final from Mountain House, California.
Did you see anything online about what the audience thought?
I saw a lot of people were saying Giselle, a lot of people were saying Danielle in the comments for MC News Online posts.
Right.
Congrats to Hannah for making up in that top four. That was pretty impressive.
Well, this is her second show, if I'm not mistaken, right?
Yep, she's a newer competitor. I mean, she made a statement here at Pittsburgh Pro in that top four. She's got some impressive quads. She was the one that we noticed earlier with the quads.
Right. There's a lot of detail through the quads.
Her conditioning is definitely strong. That's very strong for her.
Do you see these girls eventually, do they stay in wellness, or do you ever see them go into women's physique or figure or anything like that, or is this where they stay when they're here?
I think most of the girls in wellness tend to stay wellness.
Right.
Sometimes you'll see girls in bikini and, they put on a certain amount of density, they move up to wellness categories.
Right.
But for wellness to jump up into the bigger categories, they have to put on a lot of size in the upper body.
Right.
Please welcome each man. Senior, Colorado.
Got really strong legs, thick quads.
And very impressive.
Yeah.
She has a great physique too. Very good shape.
Okay, let me see if I can figure this out. So when I look at the glutes and she's turned to the back, to me it looks like there's more mid and lower glute than upper glute.
So I was just about to say, I think her suit bottoms
Yeah.
could be a little bit of a different cut because when you go so small with the suit that it's like almost like a T, you lose that fabric on the upper glutes.
Right.
And it almost makes you look like you have less full
Right,
glutes
losing
because there's more showing. So sometimes a smaller suit isn't necessarily a better thing. You want to make sure you have the appropriate coverage. I think if she had a suit with a little bit more coverage on that upper glute, I think she would actually appear like she has much fuller glute.
Yeah.
Because she obviously has the density in her glute.
Now, why would somebody choose that suit if they know that? Because her suit is different than everybody else's suit. Not everybody, but
I mean, sometimes it's not necessarily like a choice that they choose to have the suit like that. Sometimes you get your suit, it doesn't fit right, you don't have time to correct it. She has a beautiful look too. Her quads are very, very developed. Great waist.
yeah. This might sound like a stupid question, but as a bodybuilder, I kind of know how this feels. Are these girls shopping for normal clothes, or are they getting custom made stuff? Like, it's got to be hard to shop when you have legs that big.
I would have think so too.
Yeah.
I think most of us in the competitive field, we're all getting custom stuff, or at the very least, you're getting your clothes tailored. Because
Yeah.
if you have any kind of shapely physique, you're going to need the waist tailored. She has a tight, tiny waist, great lower half. I'm sure she needs that custom clothes.
Yeah, I can't imagine her wearing a pair of jeans.
I think she has a lot of potential, though. She has a really, really great physique. Great glutes, great quads.
After you explain to me a little bit more what I'm supposed to be looking for, I thought this girl could have been placed a little higher.
I do think she has a great look. When she's in this back pose here, everything looks great. Symmetry is on point. Density is there. I think she could probably use a tiny bit more conditioning and probably continue to just add density.
Right.
A little bit of detail in the hamstrings maybe. But she has incredible glutes. The quads are there in the back pose. The calves, it's a very complete look.
Yeah. Perfect tan, too.
But Sam does look great. And at this point, all these girls are right up there with one another, but it's minute details that we're picking apart on them to try to give feedback as to what they could improve to be the best of the best.
I can see her glutes from the front.
I remember seeing her this morning. She had those crazy glutes with the
Upper
insertion
glutes,
points,
yeah.
remember?
It's an upper glute wrap right around.
Yeah, the detail that you can see in these ladies is phenomenal. Very impressive. Her conditioning is she's on.
Out of 10, what would you say this conditioning is? It's perfect.
I think she might honestly be a touch hard compared to the other girls.
Yeah.
It's obviously incredibly impressive conditioning. You can see every little muscle fiber as she's moving.
But as far as criteria goes, that's a little too much.
I think when we see, the girls who are fighting for top two, there's that little bit of softness to the physique to keep the muscle full. I think she could afford to fill out just ever so slightly. So we have Giselle here. She was one of our top two, might be our winner tonight. She was wearing a red suit last weekend. She changed up to the blue this week. Came in a little bit harder. I know her feedback last weekend was to put on a little bit more muscle.
She's my favorite.
She has a beautiful physique.
She looks a little harder through the midsection.
Yep, a little bit tighter tonight. A little tighter, a little fuller, just sharper all around, I would say.
She's your favorite, Dennis?
Yeah, for tonight, yeah.
For tonight.
No, she's beautiful and she has a great physique. I think it's going to be a very tight one tonight. So here is our next of the top two contenders tonight. It looks like it's between Giselle and Danielle. Danielle's coming off a win, New York Pro. Some momentum.
You know what it is? It's the waist for me. The
I
waist
think
is
so
so
too.
small.
She has such a beautiful waistline.
And it's not hard. It's like it's defined, it's tight, but it's not overly defined or hard.
Just the structure that she has.
Yeah.
You just can't help but be drawn to her on stage because her presence is just very elegant. She has beautiful stage presence.
Like I personally don't know exactly what the criteria is, but
Yeah.
if I was guessing what you're talking about as far as not being too hard, right, is this like a 9, 10?
I think she's right there on the money for the conditioning.
Yeah.
I mean, you can see all the detail that you want to see and that you need to see,
Right.
but there's still that slight softness to the muscles, but
Yeah.
it's not grainy.
Yeah.
I mean, even though if you want to see conditioning, you don't want to see grainy conditioning. You don't want to see anything that's too much.
Right.
And I feel like for her, she has that little bit of softness to the glutes, to the arms, just underneath her skin because she's full in the muscles.
Yeah.
And then again, her waistline is just
Oops.
good recovery.
Okay, so
It happens, and you just
she
gotta keep
tripped
it
a little bit
moving.
there. Is that?
Great recovery though.
But is that going to hurt her at all? No. Okay.
I mean,
That might hurt the ankle, but
yeah.
not the
Might hurt her, but no. She recovered really well. I mean, that's honestly a worst nightmare to happen on stage, but if it happens, you just recover and you just keep moving like it never
The
happened.
judges don't mark you down or
No, I mean,
for like a small slip like that.
I think that her overall presentation was so on point that even with that, I've seen it happen before at New York Pro years ago where a competitor had slipped and she still won the show because she was just that impressive. So we have Marbelli, she's from Mexico.
I like her too.
Yeah, she's good.
I like all of them.
What are the shallow, like the glutes from the top don't seem like they are up as high?
I think she could add a touch of fullness to that upper outer glute area. I mean, for honestly almost everyone in any category, upper outer glutes is something that you're always going to be able to add on to.
Right.
But just to, even in that front pose, to add a bit on that upper glute for that pop, that shelf, and then in the back pose as well, to just complete her back pose.
Yeah.
Because the lower glutes, the tie-ins look great, the legs look great.
Juliet,
So Bruna's another one. She was in the top 4 this morning.
Oh yeah, I remember.
Fields is coming off a top 4 finish at New York Pro. And I think for Bruna, her strength isn't size, it's structure and shape because she's petite, she's small, as in short. She's put on a good amount of muscle, but I think she just has a really great structure. Tiny, tiny waist, amazing look to her quads, and it's just continuing to build that density on her frame. But her symmetry, her conditioning is on point tonight.
So it looks to me like if they're lacking a little bit in the upper outer glute, when they pose, if they really push the glutes out
Yeah.
and arch that back, they can kind of hide that, right?
Yeah, so the more that you can arch that lower back, the more pop you're going to get to those glutes. And you want to make your glutes pop as much as possible. And they want to really show off those tie-ins. And for them, they're also opening up their quads in the back as well.
All right, so to bring them all back out, we get to. Are we doing confirmation here or what? No, we're doing confirmation. This is awards.
Yep, I think we're going right into awards now. So we're going to see who's in our 5th place.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, our award presenters are ready.
They're dressed up tonight.
All right, boys, the 5th place award presented to Tatiana.
Tatiana. So she was 3rd last weekend at New York Pro.
She got to put it around the neck herself. He just gave it to her. Just gave it to her.
Honestly, guys, sometimes it's easier because with the hair, it's, you know.
I would at least try.
All right, ladies. Please take the 4th place award and present it to.
Those two are the best.
Okay.
All right, Hannah's got another.
Congratulations to Hannah. That's amazing.
Wasn't she 4th last week? I believe in my notes.
No, that was Bruna.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Mm-hmm. Bruna was 4th.
Oh no,
last
she was
week.
8th last week. I apologize.
Yeah.
Oh,
And
that's
she's
good.
starting to make a splash in wellness, which is amazing. So it's a great show for her to be in that top 4th spot. So for top three now, we have all up out there. Yeah, Bruna. Great for Bruna. So Bruna and Cassiani switched places this week compared to last. Bruna was fourth last weekend. She's third here, so she moved up a bit.
All right, we're gonna find out now
We're gonna find out.
who's your final pick.
It's so hard. It's literally me flipping a coin.
Sticking to Giselle.
I think it could really go either way.
You're friends with both of them, aren't you?
I actually don't know Danielle, but I'm friends with Giselle. It's just tough because I think they both have great physique. I naturally am drawn to Danielle's physique though.
Danielle won.
Congratulations to Giselle and Danielle. That's amazing.
Sorry, Dennis.
Yeah,
My expertise.
I lost.
So we see a repeat.
Jennifer taught me so much about wellness that I was able to pick a winner.
Good job, Fred. You made a great prediction. Same top two, same order as last weekend. And Danielle has a lot of momentum going to Olympia now.
I really think, honestly, her physique reminded me of Eduardo's.
I think she's going to compare really, really well
Yeah.
to Eduarda on the Olympia stage. And even for Giselle, I mean, this is still a huge win for Giselle. She's going to be up there in the top of the Olympia. She already has been, so I think that's a great improvement for her this weekend, too.
Now, is there, even though Danielle won, if we're nitpicking, right, we're saying like the delta was too much, is there a way for her to bring that back down?
Depending on her training, I don't know if she's training delts or not. If she's not currently training her delts, then you just got to try to flatten. Losing muscle is not the easiest. It takes time to atrophy the muscle.
Danielle,
Oh, it's amazing. Congratulations to Danielle. Another huge win for her going to the Olympia. If she is training her shoulders and the feedback is to tone it down, she can just tone down her training.
Just stop, yeah.
It could be just genetic. Her insertion points as well. I mean, she has quite bubbly muscle, so. Great top five, though. Overall, across the board, I think everyone looked very, very good in this category today. From first place all the way to the last goal that we saw.
Yeah.
Conditioning was very good, density was good, and the density on the legs on these girls is so impressive. You as a bodybuilder, I'm sure you look at it and you're
Oh, no, the
incredible.
legs are incredible.
And just the detail that they have while still maintaining that softness and not getting grainy. It's not easy to achieve that perfect level of conditioning.
I
So
always thought that was the toughest part about the women's classes is that
yeah,
not all the women's
hard
classes,
but
some
not
of the
too hard,
yeah,
soft but not too soft. It's really
it's so confusing. They're like,
yes,
get shredded but not too shredded.
yeah.
Get
And
big but not too big.
exactly.
It's
And
like-
for each individual, it's different too, because
That's right.
what they like on Danielle isn't necessarily what they like on Giselle. And I mean, even for myself, what the judges prefer on me isn't what they prefer on my competitor.
Right.
So you can't chase the conditioning of someone else. You have to chase the criteria that fits your physique above.
Right.
And for some people, that's going to be a little bit harder. For some people, that's going to be softer.
you, Pittsburgh Pro Champion, and Captain USA.
Very happy. Becoming winner in Pittsburgh Pro is my first. I feel very happy. Becoming champion in Pittsburgh Pro is my second goal of the year. After winning the year
So sweet. Aw.
Thank you so much.
It's always hard to process your emotions when you're up there. It's just like a whole surge of emotions.
Congratulations, 2 wins in a row.
Congratulations to Danielle.
Just a few months, and I know you're very excited to be back on the Olympia stage. But right now, you're going to enjoy this moment as Pittsburgh Pro Champion. Congratulations, Danielle.
Congratulations to her.